Hey guys, it's Tngz bringing you a editing tutorial for beginners. Really, it's just a basic clean rock edit. I did mention this in my last video, the short commentary really. But yeah, let's get into the video. Basically, first thing you want to do is import your music and the actual video like I've done here. And then you basically just want to play through the music. I mean, I've only got it to about 7 seconds because it's like going to be a short little one clip edit, so you guys can keep up to speed. But yeah, you basically play through the clip, and each time there's at a point you want to have a marker. So on mine, on this music that I'm using, I will have that in the description. It starts kicking about here, I believe. So we'll just play that back, and to put a marker down you just want to press M on your keyboard like that, but we don't want that one there. Right, so we'll click play and then just place a marker each time we want to sync a shot up. Right, so there is basically our little markers, so we'll play it back to make sure. Yep, that's fine. Right, so now what you want to do is obviously go into your video. We're not necessarily going to start syncing it up yet, because obviously when you start a video you've got to introduce it. So what I like to do is put a little bit of a fade in, roughly to, I usually put it to about 3/3 of a second, so quite a clean fade. And then you go up to insert text, or insert text media. You can get all your fonts from thefont.com. It's very easy to get your actual font, so I'll put Tngz Presents like I do in all my videos. Really, you should have a preset, but I don't really tend to bother doing that. And you want to make sure you have a decent size text, so I drop mine down to 36, and then at the bottom you can bolden that and it gives it a nice little effect. But then you also want to drag that down to about A big and just drag it onto the top layer, obviously where it says text. You can have it right at the start and just fade it into where you want your actual fade in start. See it, that's bang on. And then we'll have it just to about 1.5 seconds, we'll say, roughly. Oh shit, what am I doing? Right, that'll do. So you just want to split, flip, delete the excess and fade in again to about the same, really. So now when you play that back, it's got a clean entrance. But again, you can just mess about the actual size of your font. So roughly we'll get that centered and close that off. Get plenty of types of fonts. I tend to use Tngz Pro, which is quite a clean gothic hardcore type. But yeah, that's basically just getting your text in. And now where this starts to fade in, just split the clip and from where he is about to shoot, well, we'll say about there. you're going to split the clip again. By the way, you split the clip by pressing S on your keyboard. Shit. You just want to drag this out roughly to about there. Hold Control and hold down, click on the mouse and do that. So now you have a nice little flow into the actual edit yourself. So you want to go to where the actual hit markers come up and click S on your keyboard again and drag that out just onto the marker, and then click Control again and do that. So basically you can do it many different ways, but in this edit it's slow all the way up to the actual shot itself, and then we'll go from to where he starts to scope in, which is roughly there. Click S again and just drag it down to about there, and then when you basically just repeat that process over and over. So when he gets the hit marker come up, so there, just click S again, drag that out and drag that back in. What I tend to do, I tend to just actually get rid of the audio of the actual game clip and just add some gun sounds. I'm not going to do that in this tutorial, but I will be doing more tutorials in the future. Right, so basically just play that back now. Right, so they all seem to be on sync as it is, but yeah, we've only done the first clip and, well, the first shot and the second shot really. So you just want to keep on repeating that process. So as he shoots, well, the hit marker, click S and drag that back to there, drag this back over, and then you can slow it down to where he starts to scope in. Well, saying that, we don't really need to because the marker is there. If you have a bigger gap on the marker, then that's really when you want to slow it down. But if you're trying to sync it up perfectly, I wouldn't mess about in between from when he starts to scope into the actual gunshot. So yeah, we'll just keep going to where he shoots. So that's where the hit marker comes up. You split, drag that back out, drag it into the marker, and right, for this last one, what we'll do, because obviously it seemed well sync over there, right, so we'll slow this down to where he starts to scope in. So we'll just drag that out. You don't really need it to be dragged out too far. Yeah, where he starts to scope in, just find the usual point of where the hit marker is, so that comes up there. Make sure you get that highlighted. Click S, drag that out a little bit. You can so that's where he shoots. Right, so we'll drag it off to about there. Well, realistically with like COD 4 and stuff like that, you want to go to where the +20 is at its biggest, so there. Click S, drag the excess out and drag it. Do that. Get the audio done. Delete the excess. And we'll go from the start. so that is basically just a quick tutorial on how to do your syncing. Whilst we are in here, I will just show you some basic screen flashes. There's a few ways that you can actually do it. The way I tend to do it, it seems to take a bit longer, but it's more effective. Right. So I like to zoom in quite a lot when I do this and just move across. 1, 2, 3, press S. 1, 2, 3, S. 1, 2, 3, S. Keep repeating that. Obviously, this all depends on whether you're actually syncing up your flashes, but most of the songs I use tend to sync up pretty well with it anyway. Right, so now you've got all these little segments. So all you want to do, I drag mine down to about 55, and then so pretty much the opacity, which is how bright the actual thing is itself. So like if I move across on here now, there's a nice little flash. It's not too heavy, and then you pretty much bring that one down, miss that one out, bring this one down to the same level, miss the next one, and just keep repeating that process. It's pretty simple to do. A lot of people find editing hard, but once you get the hang of it, it's really quite simple. Depending what type of edits you're doing, I tend to just do clean rock edits. Oh shit, 55. But if you're gonna go out and do like the extreme edits, then it's gonna be taking you a lot longer. I can roughly edit about a minute in about half an hour, roughly, just with screen flashes, syncing, and a couple of transitions. But yeah, this is what the edit will look like now. I'm not going to do screen flashing through every single one, but yeah. So this is it so far. I am sorry if it does lag on the playback, but right, so as you guys see, the flashes were actually pretty on sync. So yeah, it's just basically a simple editing tutorial. I know a few of my friends have been asking me to teach them a little bit, but I don't know, it's easier to do it this way. And as well, guys, before I end the actual tutorial, what you can do is, which gives it a bit more of an effect, just fade in the music to where the actual, like to the highest brightness of the actual clip, so it's even. And by the way, to fade it, all you need to do is go to the very top corner, well, left hand side of the clip, to where you got a blue arrow, and make sure you have that icon, and just hold left on your mouse and just drag it over. So now if I play that back, the music doesn't come in too loud and dead sharp. But yeah, that's basically it. What you can do, I will show you with the text now. If you want to save presets, all you do, write what you want there, and you just got a save icon. So I'll save a preset now. So just type in opening text. Let's click save. Now anytime you go back into your text and you don't need to type all this out again, you can just drop down the arrow and it'll be wherever you named it. So say I have that, that's just a random thing, do that, change it back. See, there you go. And that is the basic editing tutorial, guys. I hope you found this very helpful. Please leave a like and a comment and subscribe. I will be doing more tutorials in the future, probably do some Photoshop ones throughout the week. I don't know, we'll have to see how that goes, but yeah, it's been Tngz, guys. Thanks for watching the video, and I will see you in the next video.